Hey, back with the taking you all the way through a little tree video series here. I believe this is where we left off last time. That's pretty much going to be the front of my tree there. Get it on the level for you. We've got about, on the thick number of strands here, I think I've got about maybe 14 inches left to the ends of the strands there. One thing you'll notice is not a lot of tangles in there. We want to keep that wire that we're going to twist up nice and straight. Don't bend that around too much. Once all these ends start getting tangled, it makes twisting real hard to do. So if they do start getting tangled, go ahead and straighten them out eventually. And we're going to keep on twisting here today, and we're going to start where we left off. And there's one thing I'd like to show you. On the inside edge of this curve right here, we're going to move our wrench up a little bit. Okay, for some reason when I'm twisting on the inside edge of the curve here, there's a wire that's like right on the very inside edge of the curve. That wire likes to pop out when we're doing our twisting there on that inside edge. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my pounder that you guys are familiar with by now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pound on this inside edge to pound that wire down. So when I twist it up, hopefully it won't jump out and ruin the inside edge of my corner there. Okay, and we'll slide our wrench back down. I got that down real tight there, so hopefully the wrench will keep that wire from popping out that we pounded back in. And then we will go with our self-adjusting channel locks. And now when I twist this one here, I'm going to make sure that that bottom jaw of the channel locks is going to land right on that wire that I'm worried about popping out on that inside corner. So you can see that bottom jaw of the channel locks. It's really going to catch that inside corner a little bit there. And then we're going to do the bouncy bounce. Tighten things up a little bit. Grab it from the other side. Once again, keeping an eye on that inside corner. I'm going to look in there, see how that inside corner is doing. Something doesn't look right when you're twisting. Go ahead and loosen up your wrench. You take it counterclockwise just a little bit because we're twisting the trunk clockwise. Going to loosen that wrench up, pull it back. We're going to look in there and see what's happening. And right here, I've got some wires starting to cross over. They're starting to pile up, and they're gonna, you can see it right there, it's gonna overrun and it's gonna wreck my beautiful pattern on my trunk there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pound that back in with my pounder. I might even take my bent nose pliers and get in there and work it a little bit until I get all those wires back where they're supposed to be. Yeah, for some reason the inside corners on twists here are a hard thing to deal with. You can also get in there and just work it a little bit. Do the tighten up. Try and get all those wires back to that perfect pattern. And then sometimes you just got to give up and hope for the best. You know, sometimes the wire just isn't going to twist up the way you'd like. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I'm going to slide my wrench back down, tighten it back up. Get my channel locks on there and twist it. And I'm going to have this next branch is going to pull out real close to the one before it. And close branch splits like that, when they're real close together, you want to make sure you get at least, you know, almost a full wrap of the wires spinning around the trunk, because otherwise you end up with structural integrity problems with your tree. So the close branch splits are hard. You might want to stay away from those so you get a little better at twisting. So I'm gonna go ahead and I got my cloth a little bit farther up so I can see what's going on with those wires on that inside twist and keep an eye on them if they start moving around again. Now you can see there is, can you see that? There's that one wire that's popping out in there. It's really giving me a problem. So I'm gonna get the pounder out and try and pound it back in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't have any wires sticking out that's real far. Looks pretty nice. So before I twist some more, remember, do the tighten up all the time. I'm gonna pull my wrench out a little bit. Give her a little more pounding. And I'm going to go ahead and tape the heck out of this one, because I really don't want those wires moving when I twist it a little bit more to get ready to make this branch. So once again, I'm going to start in sheet mode. Get a good grip, make sure my plastic's not spinning on the trunk. Then we're going to go into strand mode. And just wrap the heck out of this part right here, because I want that inside corner to look nice. Oops, a little too much tension. Snap the wrap. Just kind of get it back going there. Start again with the sheet. And go back to the strand again. Now, before I told you about that time when we're gonna not be able to spin the tree anymore, while we're there, this branch sticking out way down low right here makes it hard to spin the trunk. So now we got to spin the wrap, because that branch is going to be in the way, and unless you got long arms, it's going to make spinning the whole tree a pain in the butt. Okay, I'm going to move my wrench. My tape is creeping up the trunk a little farther than I want it to right now, because I'm not sure where I'm going to put that branch split. So I'm going to get in there with my fingernails and kind of pull it down. And this also gives a the advantage of kind of piles up there right at the edge, and that's going to make that end part just a wee bit stronger. Okay. Whoops. Oh gosh, that still looks a little lumpy there. I'm gonna go ahead and pound it a little bit more. Now once you pound it, it's gonna cut the wrap on there, so you need to wrap it a little more then. Oh, I already got 11 minutes. I gotta take a break. It's too hard to upload them when they get too long.